Good morning, it's Joshua Taylor, Donald D. Taylor, come to you again. I was wondering why my camera was so foggy, and I thought, well, I better clean the screen, and it worked. That's what the problem was. But today in worship these past few days, the Lord's been raising me from glory to glory. And this morning, especially as I was going over Psalms 101, Psalms 101 is very prophetic about the times that we're coming into. And just my faith is just increasing daily, every day. The Lord's raised me up because I've been obedient to making Him first in my life, and He's given me a vision and a means to generate wealth. Like I was saying before, He spoke to me last week that He's going to bless me with the blessings of Abraham and give me the power to get wealth, not for myself but for His kingdom. And today He said I get to pass on that blessing to those who would receive it with a heart of humility, right? I get to designate those who God will bless, and it's beautiful. And I know the Lord's going to be make me a millionaire many times over, but not for me. It's for building these camps. The potential, I didn't see this potential initially when I was making the this cover for the nail table, right? I didn't see the potential. But as I was getting into it, I've been a carpenter all my life, but the simplicity of it and how it could be made as a shelter and the fact that when it breaks down it's very compact, you'd be able to get 40 units on a transport. And I'm just guessing, but that's what I sense in my spirit, 40 units on a transport where you could actually go to a site, drop them off, and in one day you would have your whole camp set up, and it would meet the needs. And so this is the fourth prototype that the Lord gave me, and He always simplifies things as I start developing these different systems. The arc ships and the base camps, they're still going to be used, but they're a little more intricate. But you need to meet the needs first, and that's being able to offload these shelters uh, where they could be used just the way that they are to set up the prefabrication facilities, and it'd be very easy to drop a floor on them, so where you're not working on the ground, and it's very easy to drop some end walls in them, and put a door and a window set in it, and a front and back porch, and to insulate it, you would have a fully insulated cabin that's good for 40 below that will take any kind of weather. And if you want to get fancy, you can add some steel paneling on the outside, or just use the Shelter Logic HD tarp, right? And so I was thinking of maybe contacting the Shelter Logic people, and where they could actually custom make tarps for these shed shelter systems, right? We know that we're in this debris field. Stuff is going to start happening. We know with the close approach of Nibiru that it's going to affect the Earth. It's now affecting the sun. The energy on the sun is actually being drawn off by the dark star. This 3 days, the 3 days of darkness could be any time. I'm not putting any date on it, but the energy is being drawn off. That's causing our sun to be dimmed down, right? And so during this 3 days of darkness, the Lord's going to launch forth His elect. He's going to bring forth the man-child out of hiding, and they'll go forth to raise up His bride, prepare a place for the bride, and feed her the hidden manna, and bring them to raise them up into their faith into heavenly places, right? because we're made to worship God, and that's the key to getting there, to being raised up, to making the Lord our refuge, our strong tower. To, I got my fire back, I got my house back, I got my love back for the Lord. I'm reading the Word every day, throughout the day, and it's like the Lord's brought me to a new level where, when two people talk, you could share audibly, and if you get to know someone intimately, all you have to do is look at them, and you know their intent, you know their heart, and that's the way it is with the Father and Yeshua. The Father looks at me, and I know what He's saying. It just absolutely amazing. You know, we can get to know the Lord's voice. What's even better when you just have a knowing of what's on His mind. Is this still recording? Johnny, I can't answer you now. I think it's still recording. So I'm going to end it here and get this out. And please contact me if you have a business proposal. If you want to be part of this blessing that God has poured on me, that I could pass it on. It's Joshua Taylor coming to you from here in Boston Bar, British Columbia, with this update for the 19th of May.